Hello students, welcome to week 5 for business analytics. For today, our agenda is going to be talking about named arrays, row functions, rows function, columns, and columns functions. We look up or vertical lookup, lookup or horizontal lookup, and match, index, and choose functions. Okay, so these are functions that we are going to learn how to use today in the Excel. Okay, first of all, I want to talk about row and rows functions. So for the row and rows functions, you have different arguments. The first one, the argument is a reference, and the second one is array. The reference means the cells. If you put row without S and any cells, it's gonna return the value. Okay, it's gonna return the value of uh, the row, what positions of that cell in the array. Okay, what row that the cell is in. Okay, I will show you, and you will understand more about this. And let's see, the next one is row with S. The argument is array. Okay, first of all, let's go to some the Excel file. Okay, so this is example of the Excel file. We go to price checker sheet, and we can see that these gonna be the array, right? So these gonna be array of data. Let's see if we use row functions. We see that row functions, if we use row functions, the argument must be the reference. Okay, reference mean any cell. Let's say I just pick cell E5, E5, it's gonna return what? So if you want to reference is you put any cell, right? And you want to know the function argument, you put the like the answer is gonna be if I put E5, it's gonna return 5 because it's gonna return row number of reference. So this is gonna be number 5, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is row 5. Okay, if I click E5. Okay, so that is the result is gonna be 5. If I click OK, it's gonna return 5. Okay, but if you don't put you just go like that, but maybe it's not what you expect for, right? So actually, if you look at this data, like this data, it has let's say the column. Just ignore this for a moment. It has column, and you can just give it a name, right? Let's say you just can choose this, and you can give it a name as array. This is called named array. Okay, so named array is array that you give it a name. Okay, in this case, so this array mean data, the table, right, with the header. So you can call it array. Okay, so this is the data with the header. You just click this, and you just give it the name, like let's say bird you just give it any name. You call it bird. You can have the bird array, and then you click OK, enter. Okay, now you have bird array, and if you select bird array, you're gonna select this array for you. Okay, so this is how you name it, the array. Give the array the name, and once you give it, you can call it anytime. Okay, and let's see. Once you give it a name, and you can use function, for example, like let's say row with s. Okay, you want to know function row with s is it's gonna return the number of rows in a reference or array. Okay, and the argument is array. So you can put like bird because you already give it the name, right? And result is gonna be how many rows in that array. So if you look at this array, you're gonna have 6 row, right? So the return is row. Sorry, the return is 6. Okay, so that is how you use function row and rows. Okay, I show you more example. Another example. So let's see. We have this array, right? The ID. So the data with the header. So you can just click this and you give it the name. So if you don't give it the name, this array is it's gonna be A1 to A11 and B1 to B11, right? So if you want to use function rows, okay, let's see row. It's gonna return what? It's gonna return, sorry. It's gonna return the if you put reference, like for example printer. Okay, if you click printer, that means printer is in the row number 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you click keyboard here, it's gonna be 6, right? So that is a function row. It's gonna return what row is in. And if you use function row with s, and the argument is array. The argument is array. Argument is not the reference. Now argument is array. You can just put like this, okay, or this array, and the formula result is 11. So this array have 11 um, rows, including header, right? So that is function row with s. Okay, same thing. You can do function column and column with s. Okay, let's see. We can do equal to columns, right? And it must be followed by reference. Reference means any cell, right? So you can click any cell. If you click, you can see the result real time. If you click this one, but the answer must be what? If you click this cell A7, the result must be 1 because column 1. If you click mouse, the result formula result must be 2 because the column number 2, because there are just 2 columns, right? So that is the answer of the column functions. Okay, so now we are going to use another try column with s. So if we use the column, with S, the argument must be array. You have to put array. You can do like this, and then the result is true because there are 2 columns. Or you can do just only this, the result is 1 because there's just 1 column, right? So it depends. Or you can do like that, like this. You can go to this array, so you can see that these are 3 columns, so the result must be column with S must be 3, right? Because there are 3 columns. So that is your result is 3, right? So that is and also you just can name this array as well, right? Whatever you want, just drag like this, and you just give it the name, and you can call it like cat, whatever. Okay, you can call this array cat. And if you use function columns with S, you're gonna get the result is 3, right? Because there are 3 columns. And if you use the function row with S, you're gonna get the result is how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. Okay, row with S is gonna return 5, column with S is gonna return 3. So that is about row. It's about how we give the array name and how we use the function row with S, column with S. Okay, next one we will see lookup table. Okay, in this case you can see this array, right? This array, and then we want to take the data from this array, put into another array. We want to find some specific data from this data array and put this into this column. Okay, so if you look, we are human, we can just know the answer, right? So ID 104, the product should be printer. ID 103, product should be mouse. 104 printer, 101 is computer. So that is the answer that it should be. But how about if we don't have, if we want to fill this by using Excel, how can we do it? We have to use what we call lookup function. We look up mean vertical. So we look at this vertical line, okay, of each column. Okay, so let's see we look up and the argument and how we can use these functions to fulfill all the cells. Okay, just go back into the Excel file. Okay, student, now we're gonna use VLOOKUP functions to fill all the data in this column. Okay, so this is 104 should be printer, right? 103 should be mouse, and we can do like VLOOKUP. Okay, and these are the arguments that you have to put in. So let's see. The function argument first should be lookup value, right? The lookup value should be this number, right? So we want to find this number is A2, and then the array should be this. We already named it a cat, right? so it know immediately. And then the column index functions, we want to find what? We want to find column number 3, right? We want to find the product, right? So this is 3. And then range lookup. So we the range lookup means it's a logical value. It must be true or false or 1 0. So in this case, if it want to find an exact match, that means exact 104, and return printer, it will not find the number that close to 104. It must be 104. Okay, so in this case, you put 0, false, and then the result is return gonna be printer. What you get is gonna be printer, and you click OK, and you get like printer, and then you can copy all the formula, and you can check it again and double click it. You can see that this is the first argument is A3 and this cell, and then the next argument is this array. Okay, you can just check any cell and you can see that all are correct. So that is how we can use VLOOKUP functions to find the specific value for specific column, right? So in this in next example, we go to HLOOKUP. Okay, students go to HLOOKUP sheet, and you can see that you have to find the data from this data array and put this into this column, right? And also the data is gonna be going into this horizontal, it's not vertical. So you have to use HLOOKUP. Okay, HLOOKUP is from horizontal lookup. So in this case, you want to find, you have to use HLOOKUP. HLOOKUP. And then what argument do you need? The first one is value, easy. You just put this one, right? And the next one is table array. You can click this, and then you can click. If you don't fix, when you copy cell, it's gonna be slip, right? So you can just fix it. You press F4, it's gonna fix everything. Gonna fix the array. And row index number. So you have to choose row, right? In this case, you want to find product. It's row number 3, right? So you have to put 3. And the last one, logical, you want to find exact match. You're gonna use false, so you put 0. And then you click OK, and then you get that number. And then you can copy all the data, and you can check everything. So that's working okay, right? So that is how we get all the data put into the empty cell here from HLOOKUP. Okay, the next function that I want to talk about, it's gonna be, okay, the one here is gonna be match functions. The match function will return the positions. Okay, that is gonna return the positions in the array. So in this case, you have this array, one column, right? Just only one column, and let's see if you want it to return, if you use the function match, right? And this function is gonna return the relative position, gonna return positions of an item in an array that must specify value in a specified order. So in this case, you want to look at what value you want to find. You want to find the yellow, right? This value. And what array that you want to find in this array. And the match type is gonna be you're gonna match type is a number 1, 0 or -1 indicating which value to return. So in this case we use 0. The result is gonna be 3, right? Result is gonna be 3. Then we click OK. So that is the match gonna return positions because it's in the row number 3, right? So let's students, the next function is index functions. In this case, index function is gonna return the value in the array. It's not positions. So in this case, you can, for example, if you want to find the position in the array, you go to use index and you have to put some argument, right? In this case has multiple argument list. Please select one of them argument. Okay, if I select array, row and column, the first one, I'm gonna get array, so I put array and then row number. I want to find row number from this cell and column number from this cell. And as you can see, the result is going to be 92, right? Because you look at this data and you want to look at the row number A3, A2, which is 3, row number 3, column number 2, row number 3, column number 2 is going to be 92, this number, right? So that is going to be the answer. So you can find the value in any positions in the array by using index function. Okay, that is how we use index function to find the value from the array. Okay, as usual, you can name this one as well, right? You can name this one as an array, like number. Okay, and then you can just put the index, and then you want to find the array number. You put like number, then row number and column number, like that. You can get the same result. Okay, so I just want to show you how to use named array. Okay, so that is index functions return the value. Don't forget match function return positions. Index value return index function return the value. Okay, the next function is gonna be choose functions. You can use this function to choose the value from the list of the data. So when you use function choose, you have to, the first argument is index number. Let's see, I want to choose index number what? Number 3, right? I click A2 because A2 is equal to 3. And the first value is car. The second value is, the second value is train. The third one is boat. The fourth one is clean, right? So third one. The result must be both because I want to select number 3 from the list, right? Which is equal to both. So this is choose functions. So choose function is going to return the value as well from the list of the cells, not from the array. Okay, so you can, when you click this one, it pop up with the function argument. You know what to put inside, and it's explain everything one by one. Okay, so that is choose functions. Okay, and I want students, I want you to go to this file. There are several sheets in this file we look up. And this is can help you to understand more about VLOOKUP, because VLOOKUP is one of the most important function in the Excel that we will use very often. So in this case, we want to find, let's say in this sheet, the first one, I will explain and you have to look at this by yourself. Okay, and you can see that this cell going to find the ID number 53, right, which is equal to H2, and then from this array, right, and we want to find Lali. That means Lali is column number 4, so that's why the argument is like that. Okay, so I want you to delete this and try to complete by yourself and see if you come up with the right answer. Okay, so that's the first one, and this we look up. So this is we want to find the score 85, what grade he will get. Like, so in this case, so usually you use false, right? So now you use true, because in this case it's gonna be different from what we used to do, because in this case range lookup we don't put false, we put true, because the 85 doesn't find exact match, but you find the closest one. If you find 85 is close to it's gonna find the closest one for you. In this case, the closest one is the B. Okay, sort in ascending order. It's gonna find the closest one from this, until you see actually 85. It's 5 away from 80 and 5 away from 90, right? But it's gonna find this one first and put B. So that the reason why B is not A, because it finds by ascending order. Okay, and how about this example? If you look at this example, you're gonna find that this VLOOKUP is gonna look up that the first name is John, and look up at this array to find the second column, which is last name. Okay, that is this example. And so in this example, first match, so if you use VLOOKUP and then you put like first name Mia, there's two Mia, right? Mia different last name, so it's gonna find the first match. It's gonna go like that, go from the top to down, and one is find Mia, it's gonna put the what you find first, not this one. But actually there are two Mia, right? So this is keep into your mind that we look up is work in this way. It's gonna find the first match and put this number first. Okay, and next one, we look up is case insensitive. That means let's say you put first name Mia, in the argument you put like G2 is Mia, even like you put like uppercase or uppercase, but it still find this number for you, right? So this is the answer, right? So it's no difference. That means insensitive mean no difference between uppercase, lowercase, and then you can put like in this case is multiple criteria. Okay, don't forget index return what? Return what? It's gonna return the value, right? And match is gonna return positions, right? And the last one, it's gonna be, you can like use if NA, so that means not found is true. So if this one true, just put not found, that means you're gonna get like, and you can do like multiple array as well with if inside, right? So in this case you can put like if C4. So in this argument is represent what? Represent the array, right? That you're gonna look for. So that's two table, table 1, table 2, UK market and US market, and you the number that you look for is the sales number, right? Sales. This both of this data, both of this column. Okay, you look at the bonus of both array and you just put here. Okay, so that is the reason why you put like that. Okay, so these are example that you use array in combination with other functions. Okay, so next I want you to try to do this example by yourself first. Okay, okay, so this is just like interactive dashboard. You just can choose product type and you can choose size and you can give the price show to your customer. Okay, I give you some times to work it out, and then let's see how it's going.